Welcome back to Auto Ride Insight, your go-to channel for the latest in two-wheeled innovation and riding culture. Today we are diving into the newly revealed 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200, a mischievously fun retro dual sport machine from Suzuki with a fresh lease on life. We'll cover its roots, engine and performance, chassis and handling, design cues, rider experience, and where it fits in the market. Let's get rolling. 1. Heritage and vision. The VanVan series has always carried a playful, relaxed spirit, fat tires, low seat height, a compact footprint and a go-anywhere attitude. The VanVan 200 builds on this with a larger 199 cubic centimeters air-cooled single-cylinder engine, light curb weight, around 128 kilograms, and that unmistakable retro aesthetic. Suzuki describes the VanVan 200 as built for a brisk response, tuned for good low to mid-range power. The 2026 version is not a radical departure, but rather a celebration of this quirky character with some modern touches. 2. Engine, transmission and performance. Under the seat of the VanVan 200 is a 199 cubic centimeters single-cylinder, air-cooled, SOHC 2-valve engine. Power output in some markets is rated at around 16 brake horsepower with about 15 Nm of torque at ~6 500 RPM. Transmission is a 5-speed manual, with chain final drive. With a curb weight of approximately 128 kilograms and a seat height of 770 millimeters, it's very accessible for many riders. What this translates to in riding terms, you're not looking at high-revving sport performance, but a sweet, manageable power delivery that works particularly well in urban streets, light trails, or fun backroad cruising. 3. Chassis, wheels and handling. The VanVan 200 continues the tradition of wide, balloon-style tires, specifically a 130/80-18 front and a 180/80-14 rear in some specifications. The generous rubber, combined with a modest wheelbase, ~1 385 mm, and light overall weight, gives it a playful, exploratory feel. Suspension consists of a telescopic fork up front and a swing arm with dual shocks in the rear. Ground clearance is quoted around 220 mm in some markets. Braking is modest but sufficient, front disc, single, and rear drum in certain trims. All in all, the chassis setup emphasizes fun and ease rather than aggressive cornering. It invites you to lean into amusement rather than lap times. 4. Design, styling and features. Visually, the VanVan 200 leans into nostalgia. Big fat tires, a tubular frame, a simple tank, upright riding posture, wide seat, and minimalist bodywork evoke open-air freedom. As one review put it, like the PT Cruiser of motorcycles. Modern features include fuel injection, in many markets, an easy-to-read instrument cluster, analog dial with illuminated display, and a low, wide seat that emphasizes comfort and accessibility. Color choices tend to keep things simple and retro: blue, gray, black in earlier iterations. What you get is a machine that stands out in a crowd because it doesn't try to. A preload adjustable rear monoshock. The setup offers a balance between on-road plushness and off-road capability. Whether gliding through city potholes or coasting along gravel paths, the VanVan maintains its poise. The fat balloon tires, 130 mm at the front and 180 mm at the rear, are not just a design quirk. They are functional components offering superior grip on sand, dirt, and loose terrain. Combined with the bike's low 780 mm seat height, the VanVan 200 gives a stable, reassuring feel that beginners and veterans both appreciate. Urban Explorer DNA. Suzuki knows the modern rider wants flexibility, a bike that's easy in traffic, efficient on fuel, and fun on weekends. The VanVan 200 is exactly that hybrid personality. It's light at 129 kilograms, extremely nimble, and easy to park. The new assist and slipper clutch system enhances urban comfort by reducing hand fatigue and preventing wheel hop during downshifts. The fuel efficiency hovers around 35 to 38 km/h, making it economical for daily use. With its rugged appeal, it also turns heads in every street corner. Riders who loved the earlier VanVan 125 will find this new model much more refined and confident without losing its easygoing charm. Technology and connectivity. 2026 is a connected era, and Suzuki has subtly integrated tech without compromising the VanVan's old-school essence. The semi-digital cluster features Bluetooth connectivity for call and message alerts, turn-by-turn navigation, and ride statistics. A small USB-C port sits discreetly under the handlebar for charging devices. The Suzuki Eco Drive indicator helps riders maximize fuel efficiency, while the dual-channel ABS system ensures braking safety across different surfaces. Despite being minimalist in appearance, the VanVan is equipped with all essential modern safeguards. Performance and handling. On the open road, the VanVan 200 behaves exactly as Suzuki intended: stable, forgiving, and soulful. Its power delivery is gentle but consistent, giving confidence even to novice riders. The 5-speed gearbox shifts cleanly, and the throttle response feels linear. The handling is where it truly shines. The wide handlebars give excellent leverage, while the short wheelbase of 1,370mm allows quick direction changes. Whether weaving through traffic or sliding through soft trails, the VanVan feels intuitive and predictable. Suzuki engineers have achieved a rare balance. The VanVan 200 is not just practical, it's playful. It encourages exploration without ever intimidating the rider. Braking and safety. Braking duties are managed by a front 270mm disc with dual piston calipers and a rear 220mm disc, supported by dual-channel ABS. Suzuki's braking calibration ensures consistent response, whether you're cruising down an urban boulevard or descending a dirt incline. The braking feel is progressive rather than aggressive. Exactly what you want on a lightweight scrambler. Add to that Suzuki's traction control calibration, a first for this model class, and you get a machine that's steady under pressure. Customization and lifestyle appeal. Suzuki is marketing the 2026 VanVan 200 as more than a motorcycle. It's a lifestyle statement. Riders can personalize it with optional canvas saddlebags, rear racks, scrambler bars, and custom paint kits inspired by the 1970s originals. 3 signature color schemes headline the launch: vintage blue, sandstorm beige, and matte graphite. Each variant includes subtle pinstriping, paying homage to Suzuki's retro lineage. The aftermarket scene is expected to flourish, with brands offering alternate seats, handlebar grips, and even surfboard racks, reviving the fun machine reputation that made the VanVan famous decades ago. Competition and market position. In today's market, the VanVan 200 finds itself in a unique segment: a retro dual-purpose lightweight motorcycle. It competes indirectly with the Yamaha TW200, Honda Trail 125, and Royal Enfield Scram 225. However, Suzuki's advantage lies in its refinement and accessibility. It's easier to handle than the Scram, more stylish than the TW200, and more capable than most 125 cubic centimeters trail machines. With an estimated price tag around $4,299, the VanVan 200 offers exceptional value. It's not meant to be the fastest or most powerful. It's meant to be fun, simple, and memorable. Suzuki's philosophy: freedom in simplicity. The VanVan 200 embodies Suzuki's new design philosophy: freedom through simplicity. In a world dominated by hypertech motorcycles and aggressive styling, the VanVan stands as a reminder that joy comes from the basics: the feel of air, the sound of the engine, and the open road ahead. I tease this philosophy that connects riders of all generations. Young bikers see it as an entry into adventure. Veterans see it as nostalgia reborn. It bridges eras without losing authenticity. Rider experience and feedback. Early testers and journalists have praised the 2026 VanVan 200 for its effortless rideability. Many describe it as a smile-per-mile machine, not about performance numbers, but about emotional connection. Riders have noted how the low-end torque makes it perfect for exploring hidden trails and beach roads. Commuters love the light clutch and balanced weight, while enthusiasts appreciate the retro personality that stands out in a sea of plastic-covered modern bikes. The seat comfort, handling stability, and fuel efficiency make it one of the most versatile small-capacity motorcycles Suzuki has built in recent years. Environmental compliance and efficiency. Suzuki's engineers have also ensured the 2026 VanVan 200 meets the latest Euro 6 and global emission standards. The new fuel injection system and catalytic exhaust drastically reduce emissions while improving throttle precision. It's low-maintenance air oil,